Taurus. Taurus, meaning bull, is one of the constellations of the zodiac. The constellation is very prominent in the northern hemisphere's winter sky, and is found right between Aries and Gemini, and just southeast of Orion. Aldebaran is the brightest star in the constellation Taurus. Aldebaran is about 65 light-years away. The name is Arabic and means the follower, because it is apparently following the Pleiades. This K5-3 star has exhausted its hydrogen fuel and expanded to a diameter 44 times that of our Sun, 61 million kilometers around, with a luminosity approximately 425 times brighter than our Sun. The second brightest star in the Taurus constellation is El-Nath, which refers to the budding of the horns from the bull. This B7 three-giant star is 130 light-years away and has a luminosity of 700 times solar. Alcyone is the brightest star in the Pleiades open cluster, formed approximately 50 million years ago. It is 370 light-years from Earth. This B7 3-type star has a radius 10 times that of our Sun, with a temperature around 13,000 Kelvin. These numbers bring its luminosity to 2,400 times solar. Alhecca is the fourth brightest star in Taurus, and it's a B4-3 type star. Alhecca is 417 light-years away from Earth. Lambda Tauri is a B3-5 type star. It is the fifth brightest star in Taurus, and it is 370 light-years away from Earth. In ancient mythology, the bull represents fertility and protection, while the horns represent abundance. Zeus, the father of the gods, fell in love with Europe, the daughter of King Agenor. One day, Europe was on the coast just picking some flowers, and Zeus saw her beauty and came down from the heavens as a white bull. Europe put flowers on his horns, and they went to the island of Crete and had a child, Minos, who went on to be the king of Crete. It is also still being debated on what the first sighting of Taurus was. Ancient Babylonia could have been the first sighting, or it could have been depicted in an old cave drawing with what looks to be Pleiades and Hyades next to it, which would place the constellation at 40,000 years old. Within the constellation Taurus, there are a few planetary nebulas that have been discovered. One is known as NGC 1514, also known as the Crystal Ball Nebula. William Herschel founded it on November 13th, 1790. With this finding, he was then forced to rethink his ideas on the construction of the heavens. William Herschel is also very famous for the discovery of the planet Uranus. Another planetary nebula is NGC 1952, which is also known as the Crab Nebula, located around 6,500 light-years away from this Earth, located in the Perseus arm of the Milky Way galaxy. The astronomer John Bevis founded it in 1731, and because it was the first Messier object to be catalogued in 1758, the Crab Nebula is also known as M1. Recent historical research has even proven that the supernova that created Crab Nebula was most visible around 1054 AD, which matches up with the Chinese astronomers that claim there was a guest star during the daytime. The Crab Nebula is also known to be the strongest and most persistent thing in the sky. There are two open clusters in Taurus that are worth mentioning. The first one is the Pleiades, or also called the Seven Sisters. This open cluster contains middle-aged B-type stars. Pleiades is dominated by luminous blue stars that have been formed in the past 100 million years and are expected to live for another 250 million years. It is the most visible cluster in the night sky to the naked eye. Pleiades has been referenced by many literary works, including the Odyssey, the Iliad, and even the Bible. It is also revered in Hindu mythology. This cluster looks similar to the Big and Little Dipper, except with 14 bright visible stars, and depending on the weather condition. But there are also 1,000 known members of the cluster. The second open cluster is Hyades, which is the nearest open cluster to our solar system, and it is one of the most common studied out of all the star clusters. The four brightest stars that are located in Hyades are all red giants, and they began their life as A-type stars, but now they have evolved off of the main sequence completely. In Greek mythology, the Hyades were the five daughters of Atlas, and the half-sisters to the Pleiades. After the death of their brother, Hyas, the weeping sisters were transformed into a cluster of stars that was afterwards associated with rain. Hyades has also been mentioned in the Iliad with Pleiades. The Taurus Auriga dark cloud is one of the nearest and best studied regions of low-mass star formation. The clouds contain many beautiful dark nebulae, astonishing Herbig-Haro jets and outflows, and enigmatic young stars. With few massive O or B stars, this cloud is an excellent place to study the formation of low-mass stars like the Sun. So next time you're looking up in the night sky, look for Taurus fighting off Orion.